Her first book, Cookies for Kids Cancer, Best Bake Sale Cookbook, was such a hit that now Gretchen Holt-Witt is out with another book called Cookies for Kids Cancer, All the Good Cookies.
That's right, and she's here to give us a taste of some of these delicious recipes and also tell us about the cause that's near and dear to her heart. Good to have you back here.
Yeah, nice to have you.
Yeah, the cause that actually got you to this point in the first place, too. For people out there that don't know, what led to even the first cookbook?
So in 2007, my 2.5-year-old son, my beautiful little boy named Liam, went to school one day, and I decided that there was something that was a little off, but I wasn't quite sure what. So I took him to the doctor for a well visit, and that started this odyssey that after about, 8 hours of sitting at the hospital doing tests, we found out that he had stage 4 cancer. It was a complete shock and a complete surprise. He went to school on the day that he was diagnosed. So fast forward, he starts going through treatment. I find out that pediatric cancer is the #1 disease killer of children in the U.S., #1, yet receives less than 4% of the National Cancer Institute's $4.8 billion budget. And I don't know about you guys, but
it's a terrible disconnect.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, wait, hang on a minute here. It's the #1 disease killer, but yet we spend so little money on research that we actually can't get ahead of it. So after Liam was cancer-free, after about 7 months of treatment, I said, you know, we have to do something. I have to do something. There must be something I can do. I'm not really good at a car wash. Not my thing. Also didn't seem to make sense in wintertime in New York City. And I started thinking about what I know how to do and what I love. And Liam and I love to bake together. And the holidays were coming up, and I said, you know, let's bake some cookies.
And so, you raised quite a bit of money by doing that, right?
Well, so we decided to bake 96,000 cookies, raised $420,000.
Wow.
Had no idea what I was doing. It was similar to that episode of the Lucille Ball show. Where
Assembly line.
Yeah, exactly. But what we realized in the process was that we had come up with a really easy way to get people involved in a very difficult topic, pediatric cancer. Nobody wants to talk about it.
It's not a feel-good sort of everybody wants to talk about, but it's important. If we don't talk about it, we'll never make progress.
Absolutely. Thank you for understanding that.
I totally do. Well, we're both parents, and we both think about a parent's worst nightmare, of course, is that diagnosis of the call. The book, I think it's important for people to know, the books contain a lot of recipes that are gluten-free, nut-free, dairy-free, so really taking into consideration all the possible allergies kids might have these days,
Absolutely. Yeah, that was very important. And the reason why it's called All the Good Cookies is because we call people who get involved in our organization a good cookie. And so there are profiles of more than 40 bake sale hosts from across the country, young and old, kids Jaden's age who are raising tens of thousands of dollars. And so far we have raised over $5 million. 7 of the projects that we have funded. Now, we're not that old. I mean, we're coming up on our 5th year anniversary. 7 of the projects we funded are now treatments that children are receiving, which, again, like I just didn't think that we could do this.
That you could go from making cookies in your kitchen to actually making a difference in medical treatment. Well, we can't talk about all these cookies and what we're doing here and not actually make some cookies. So we're going to do that in just a bit. Gretchen is going to show us how to make some of the cookies out of her new cookbook. That's next.